Hey, good morning, second grade. I am so sorry that I'm late with the reading going up, but I had two meetings I had to attend this morning. So we'll get through reading and everything and get to the writing, and then we'll get our math in the afternoon. So today for reading, Wednesday, September the 23rd, you will need this page here. It's part of our story. It's called the Building Nest page, and on the other side it's Making a Burrow. So we're going to do some reading with that. And then we have this page here where you're going to make a research notebook page, like you were a scientist. So you get to pretend to be a scientist today. Okay? So those are the two pages that you need. So we're going to start here with this page here. And it says, we're going to read, guess what? I only have one side of it. We're going to read page 202, and that would be Making a Burrow. So let's do that one, Making a Burrow. Okay? And I don't see the other one, so I guess we'll just do one. So on Making a Burrow, this is what Making a Burrow says. Burrows are holes in the ground where some animals live. Gophers use their teeth and paws to dig long, winding tunnels. They make rooms in the deepest part of the tunnels. The gophers hide their offspring and food in these rooms. Okay, so that's what gophers do in their burrows. So let's listen to that one more time so we can answer some questions. Burrows are holes in the ground where some animals live. Gophers use their teeth and paws to dig long, winding tunnels. They make rooms in the deepest part of the tunnels. The gophers hide their offspring and food in these rooms. Okay, so let's look at this page here then. Let's look at page 84, which is on both sides because something happened to the copying machine. Okay, so we just read it. Now it says, draw the home you read about. So in this box, in this rectangle, you are going to draw a burrow. So if I was going to draw a burrow, this is how I would draw my burrow. I would make it come down from an opening, and it comes down and around, and I'll show it to you in a minute. Okay? And it says that there's different openings that they have. Okay? So, my burrow would look like this. Okay, so here's my burrow, where they would go in through the middle hole, right in here. They could go in. And maybe in this hole, this is where they would sleep. Maybe back here, this is where they have their food. And maybe in this one, maybe that's where they might do their business. Okay? Or maybe that's where they have their babies living or something. So a burrow has different areas, and that's what it says here. It says, the gophers hide their offspring, their babies, and food in the different rooms. So they might sleep in one room, they may have food, they may have their babies in a different room. But that was the first thing, was to draw that picture. Draw that picture of the gopher's home, the burrow. Okay? And then it's telling us to the animal. Well, what animal lives in that burrow? What animal did we just read about? We read about the gopher. So we're going to write the word gopher on the animal line. Okay, so we write the word gopher on that animal line because that's the animal that lives in the burrow. Hey, now the next question says, how does this animal make its home? Well, I read it. What did it say in there? What do the animals do to make their home? Listen again, and then you can write it down. Burrows are holes in the ground where some animals live. Gophers use their teeth and paws to dig long, winding tunnels. So, what would we put there? How does this animal make its home? It uses its teeth and its paws to dig. So that's what you would write there. Okay? Find it in the paper. You can find it, and we can actually highlight it or underline it. Gophers use their teeth and their paws to dig. See? Now I know what to copy. I know what to copy on this part. Okay? So you may pause and go on and do that. Okay, the next question says, how is the home used? How do they use the home? Well, let's listen to the story again. They make rooms in the deepest parts of the tunnels. The gophers hide their offspring and food in these rooms. So what do they put in those rooms? What did the story say? What do they put in those rooms? Yeah, we can underline that one. The gophers hide their offspring and food. Right there. So now I know what to write on the second question, to answer the second question. So you can go on and pause and you can write that. Okay, now the next part. The next part actually says to think with a partner. Well, we don't have partners at home. You have a mom. You maybe have a brother or sister that you could think with. But it says, think with a partner about what you've learned. Use your notes to answer the questions. So, think about it. Why do animals build homes? We talked about that yesterday. Why do they build those homes? Write down something telling me why they build homes. Okay? So you can go on and pause and do that. Okay, the last question is going to be a little different. It says, where do animals find materials for building? Where do they find their things that they need to build with? Where do they find things? Well, if it was building nests, we know that they fly around and they find spider webs, they find leaves, they find sticks. The beavers find the trees in the water. Okay? The polar bear, he dug a tunnel in the snow, so he dug outside in the snow. So try to see if you can tell me where do animals find their materials to build with. Where can they find the stuff to build with? Just a few little words there, okay? Well, since the copy machine made them both on the same side, we're only doing one part. We're only going to do one part instead of do the building nest ones. I don't know what happened to that page. The copy machine was eating papers that day. So have fun finishing that, and I'll be back with our identifying nouns for writing.